Alright, welcome y'all to one of my, surprisingly, favorite games. Dimension Tripper Neptune. Top Nep. This is a 2D, old school, kind of like Star Fox shooter game, where you play this lovely girl right here, Big Neptune, from Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, V2R, and most recently, Neptunia Game Maker R Evolution. I'm a big Neptunia fan. It's one of my favorite RPGs series to play. Sometimes quality of the games notwithstanding, the games are very fun, very fluid, very fast, very fun. They're just awesome. If you don't know the premise of Micro Dimension Neptunia, basically, imagine all your favorite game consoles and companies personified as anime girls. You have the four nations, Planetoon, Lastation, Louis, and Leanbox, all fighting for shares. Haha, get it? Shares? Like shares of a company. You know, they're all at war with each other, and they all represent different consoles. Console wars, get it? Planetoon is ruled by the CPU Neptune, and represents Sega. She is named after the unreleased Sega Neptune. There is Noir from Last Station, based off of the PlayStation hardware. Real quick, the companies that they personify also sort of lean into their inspiration. For example, Neptune is different from this Neptune. This is a different Neptune from a different dimension. So for example, Neptune is, she's very bubbly, she's outgoing, she's a little lazy, which is sort of like indicative of the games Sega makes, but she can also be serious at times too. Like, you know, Sega makes silly stuff, Knights, I wish, Alex Kidd, Sonic the Hedgehog, Choo Choo Rocket, you know, also serious stuff like Yakuza, Virtual Fighter, etc. Noir and Last Station, she's very serious. She's very much a go-getter. She's very all business, much like how Sony and their PlayStation consoles are all about power and serious single-player experiences. Lon, who rules Louis, is based off of Nintendo, specifically the Nintendo Wii. She's hot-headed. She has a giant hammer, like Mario. And while she can be serious, you know, she's also laid back, as many others are, which I feel like represents Nintendo very well. Laid back atmosphere, but when they need to pull out all the stops and really get down to it, they can do some great stuff. And then lastly is Vert of Leanbox. She's based off of Microsoft Xbox, so that's kind of her whole shindig. And basically, they all fight each other for shares, and they live in the land of game industry because it's the game industry. I know it was a bit of a long-winded introduction, but what can I say? I love Neptunia. I love talking about Neptunia. Eagle-eyed listeners might notice that this song is a remix of the opening theme to the Neptunia anime. If you did not know, in 2013, Neptunia got an anime that very loosely adapts the plots of the first three games. There's some stuff that, like, if you play the games, you've noticed, like, oh, I know this character. This character comes from Mark II. These characters come from Victory. Honestly, most of them come from Victory, which is the third game in the series at the time. Although really now, if anyone's talking about the original three games, they're most likely talking about the Rebirth trilogy, which was remakes released for the PS Vita and later PC of the original Neptunia games, which are very good. My personal favorite is Rebirth 2. Anyway, Neptunia got an anime and also a couple OVAs, and the main theme is called Dimension Tripper, which is why this is called Dimension Tripper Neptune Top Nep. Big Nep actually got introduced into the anime in the second OVA, titled Neptune Summer Vacation, where the four goddesses' little sisters, Nepgear, Uni, Rom, and Ram, each based off of handheld consoles, being Sega Game Gear, PSP, and the Nintendo DS, respectively. Fun fact, Leanbox is the only country in Neptunia to not have a CPU candidate, which are the little sisters. That is because Microsoft has never made a handheld gaming device, whereas Nintendo and PlayStation and Sega, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Sega all have. And that's often used as a little bit of like a comedic gag of Bert often wanting a little sister. He tends to go after Nepgear or Rom and Ram, which are Lon's little sisters, which I think is a reference to like how Sega and Microsoft worked together like the original Xbox, which is why, because like I think a lot of Sega Dreamcast hardware was sort of repurposed for the original Xbox, which is why Bert and Nepgear are often paired together. Heck, in her V2 route, Mega Dimension Neptunia V2 route, in the Neptunia route, it's Neptune, IF, and Compa, which are IF and Compa are two maker characters based on IDFX and Compile Heart, for the people who make Neptunia. For Last Station's route, it is Noir and Uni. For Louis, it is Lon, Rom, and Ram. And for Leanbox, it is Nepgear and Bert. But anyway, enough of my yapping. I've been yapping for too long. Let's go ahead and play this. Also, if you can see it, I apologize for the yellow border. It only happens when I'm recording. I don't get why, but let's do it. Normal mode. If you run out of lives, you can change. You can continue and change for points, or hard mode. If you run out of lives, you won't continue. I'm going on normal, just because. What can I say? So, here is Big Nep in her processor unit. Now, I usually play this, like many of my games, with a controller. However, I do not have one at the moment. So, I have to instead use... I played a little bit of this game already just to get a feel for the controls. As you can see, I'm collecting Nep coins. What do Nep coins do? Nep coins are a currency that allow you to, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, the gauge fills up. This is what allows you to get new characters for that specific stage. They'll help you out. So collect as many coins as you can. You don't have to. You can do it alone if you want. But however, when you get to the end of the game, I believe it tallies up your characters. So anyway, we're first here in Planetoon. As you can, I believe this is the Planetoon of the Super Dimension. So I might as well get into it. So while we're here, I mentioned before that there are multiple dimensions in the Hyperdimension Neptunia universe. Oh, got a wingmate. We got her. Anyway, there are multiple dimensions in the Neptunia universe. There is the Super Dimension, the Hyperdimension. Oh. God, this song's so good. This is based off of the boss theme, I believe, of Rebirth 1. But anyway, so as or maybe Rebirth 3, one of the Rebirth games. So anyway, as I was saying, there are multiple dimensions. This Neptune, spoilers for Neptunia Rebirth 3 V Generation, by the way, if you haven't played it. This Neptune that we are playing as, and who makes her appearance in Neptunia V2, is the Neptune from the Ultra Dimension, where in that dimension, Neptune was not a CPU. Instead, it was a girl named Plutia. That dimension of the Neptunia series is specifically based off of, like, the 1980s. So things are a lot more retro. For example, Blonde, instead of being in her usual white costume, she is in a more Japanese style attire red and white, and her transform state is based off of the Famicom, which was the Nintendo Entertainment System in Japan. So that's very cool. It's very 80s inspired. I should have pictures up on screen, sort of. Oh, and speaking of Plutia, right on time, here we have her transformed state, Iris Heart. I guess I'll also get into the transformations. Each CPU and CPU candidate is able to access a transformation state called HDD, Hard Drive Divinity, where they transform into their true goddess forms. So I'll go through them all. Neptune, when she activates HDD, transforms into Purple Heart. When Noir does it, she transforms into CPU Black Heart. When Blonde does it, she becomes CPU White Heart. When Bert activates HDD, he becomes CPU Green Heart. When Neptune transforms, he becomes CPU candidate Purple Sister. When Uni transforms, she becomes Black Sister. And when Rum and Ram do it, which are who on screen, they turn into White Sisters. And you may ask, well, why is there two of them? That's because, as I said before, they're based on the Nintendo DS. What does the Nintendo DS have? Two screens. That is why there are two CPU candidates. Iris Heart transforms... Plutia transforms into Iris Heart. Then there's another character, Mishi, who's often called Pico, based after the Sega Pico. She transforms into CPU Yellowheart from Mega Dimension Neptunia V2. I don't think she's in this game. There's Uzume, my personal favorite. She transforms into CPU Orange Heart. So those are our CPUs. That's who we... So we're here in the Wii. I guess I should mention the stages we just went through. So the stage we just went through is the Last Station Caves, which is where we fought that dragon. So now we are here in the outskirts of Louis. So you can see there's Louis castles in the back. And look, see here are some pipes. They should look oddly familiar if you're familiar with a certain red-clothed, mustachioed plumber. And oh look, the coins are gold. Oh look, lots of pipes. Huh, I wonder who this could be referencing. Oh, and look, brick blocks too. Can you tell which one this continent's named after, or based after? Oh, Wingmate. So anyway, I guess I should continue with where I was going on earlier about this Neptune. So this Neptune is the Neptune from the Ultra Dimension, where instead of Neptune being a CPU, as she usually is, Plutia and Iris Heart took over that role. So as such, this Neptune from the Ultra Dimension never got CPU powers. So she decided to become a bug collector. And she decided to capture one of the... Oh, here's this guy. VFW Trick. You want to know why Neptunia Mark II on PS3 has a mature rating? It's this guy's fault. Because of some certain voice lines about licking, I'll just leave it there. He got this game, or he got that game, a mature rating. He is significantly toned down in Rebirth 2. Anyway, this Neptune captured one of the antagonists at the end of the game, a little fairy named Rar, who captures chaos and the dimension's ends, and basically uses Rar as a multi-dimensional traveling waypoint. So she eventually ended up in the main setting of Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, called the Zero Dimension, and met up with Nepgear and Uzume, CPU Orange Run. I won't try to say too much more about the plot of that game, because it is heavy spoilers. But they all end up going together. Neptune and this Neptune meet, and they go on wacky adventures together, and it's great. Anyway, so, as this is based off of the anime, in the video game, at least before Neptunian Game Maker R Evolution, as they call her older Neptune, adult Neptune. I just call her older Neptune because she is older, she has a deeper voice. She got a, I think it's photon generator unit, or a photon processor unit, something like that. Basically she got the ability to transform, which is why she's in this form. Which honestly I really like. I think it looks pretty well. But speaking of, here's a wonderful CPU Purple Heart. The resemblance truly is uncanny, isn't it? The one thing, at least in the voice, that you can hear when you listen to voice lines in Mega Dimension Neptune V2, when you hear Neptune and older Neptune side by side, is that older Neptune, the one we're playing as, has a bit of a deeper voice that's a cross between normal Neptune and Purple Hearts. It's a bit deeper, but it also still has that Neptune-like appearance and sound. Anyway, here we are in the game industry graveyard. The game industry graveyard is where failed tech and peripherals go to die. This is also where the CFWs, I believe the CFWs reside. They're based on stuff like piracy and a bunch of other stuff. The third most popular mouse, the one and only Warachu. Warachu is based off of, or often also called Pirachu, is based on the idea of game piracy. Oh, he's big. He often works alongside the main villain of most of the mainline Neptunia games, Arfoir. Yes, R4, like the R4 chip, or the R4 cards, which is where, if you don't know what an R4 card is, it basically allows you to load up games and play them illegally. I like that actually buying them. And look, so there we go. Already, if you see it already, stage 4. Oh, forever enemy arrive. And look who I was just talking about. In the background, we have a remix of the transformation song from Mega Dimension Neptunia V2. Wow, are my segues just really on point today. This song is called Will Be Venus. If you think that this remix is good, listen to the original. The original is so good. Mega Dimension Neptunia V2 might honestly be either one of or my favorite game of all time. It's what really got me super into RPGs. Like, played stuff like Pokemon and Yokai Watch before. But like, when we're talking big boy RPGs, nothing got me really hooked like Neptunia did. Just because the characters are fun, the characters are great, the writing is great, it doesn't take itself super seriously all the time. Which is great, honestly. It's very silly. It knows that it's self-referential. Neptune breaks the fourth wall a lot. Because, like, she knows it's a game. We know it's a game. Why keep that away from the audience? Okay, damn. Damn, R4. R4. Come on, Kishi. Yellow heart. I need you. Yellow heart, please! And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, if Neptunia made me love RPG, yes, we got her! If Neptunia made me love RPGs, I've gathered all the allies, as you can see by the achievement. If Neptunia made me love RPGs, Dimension Tripper Neptune Top Net has made me learn to appreciate shooter games in this style. If any of you all actually have recommendations for shooter games in this style, please let me know. I would love to play some. Who knows? Maybe I'll even play some on the channel. Half a heart. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Woo! I believe. No! You know what? The fight's not over yet. Come on, Uni. We got this. Together we are Neptunia. Oh, and we're at Greenheart. We're back to the start. And there she is. She's down. Cleared all the stages. Everyone's together. Oh. So that is Dimension Tripper Neptune. Top Net. What a great game. I believe it's free, or it's like $2. Congratulations. New record. Hits 1,821. High score 164,007. I think this is after spending the 5K or something. Spend a little bit to revive. But oh my goodness, this game is great. Neptunia is great. Neptunia is such a great niche series. Go play it. I beg you. Almost all the games are available on Steam, with the exception of 2. Reducing Perfection, which is an auto game, but that game's not that good. And Neptunia Game Maker, or Evolution, but that just hasn't been announced for a PC port yet. All the Neptunia games get PC ports, I think, around like a year later after they release. So for example, Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, released in 2016, its Steam port was released in 2017. So go check out the games on Steam. I'll also link them in the description. See ya. Emoticon. Aw, how sweet. But yes, I will link to the Neptunia series in the description. On Steam, you can find them there. They go on sale, usually during the other Steam sales. Sometimes there was a specific Neptunia franchise sale, like an Idea Factory International. Those are the people who publish Neptunia. Actually, there we go. So that way you can actually hear my voice. Neptunia games go on sale often. I recommend looking into them, picking them up. Some of them have some DLCs, very cool DLC characters. But anyway, oh, Japanese if you want. Okay. So I guess before we wrap up here, I'll show the extras. Music. You unlock music as you go through and collect the coins. So currently playing is the title, Dimension Tripper from the Neptunia anime. That's great. This level is, I believe, a Planetune, like, overworld theme. This is the Last Station theme. This is Louis. Here's the Lean Box. Boss Battle. is the boss battle music from the Neptune series, but made into chiptune. Then lastly, final boss will be Venus. Leaderboard. I'm ranked 8,709th. Congratulations to JMLINSF for getting the current top score as of recording this video with 362,257. Good job. I scored that required a lot of practice, not getting hit. There is an achievement for not getting hit. This is the control menu. This game is compatible with controllers, so hook up your Xbox PlayStation controller and start shooting away. So use your move, shoot, and slash. Use your sword to attack. That also neutralizes enemy fire. Here are credits developed by WSS Playground, Honey Cactus Studios, and Tsuyomi. Original work by Idea Factory and Carl Hart. Planning done by Frontier Works. Supervisor Tsuneko. She is the main artist for Neptunia. Naoko Mizuno, I think she's... I don't quite know what her role is. I apologize. Special thanks. Yurimo Kenji Rai, now the original singer of a lot of Neptunia tracks. In this case, specifically, I'm gonna go back here. Credit. Anyway, now is the singer of a lot of Neptunia songs, typically Dimension Tripper. Mages is, I believe, the music studio that Neptunia works with, or the audio studio. The executives at Idea Factory International Inc. are all these wonderful people. Idea Factory, project leads, production cooperation, all of these wonderful people. Give them a round of applause. Hard work, a lot of work goes into even games like these, which I think is commendable. I commend them for all their hard work. Congrats to you all. But, unfortunately, our time with Dimension Tripper Neptune, Up Nep, has come to an end. I'll see you all in the next video, whatever that may be, and hopefully, it'll be soon. Alright, catch you all later.